is that when
Mhm.
you look at feedback, of course, maybe 20 years back, uh, even getting the ability to get real time feedback was difficult, right? For example, if you are putting out an ad, in a television, right? The number of metrics you had to measure how successful it was were limited. But today, in the world of performance marketing, in the world of social media, feedback is not difficult to get, like real time feedback. But how do you figure out what is a local maxima or minima versus what is a global maxima or minima is
So
often
I,
a difficult question for, let's say, for a marketer.
I've been thinking about it a bit, and I teach about this in my course as well. So one thing that I've figured out is that, which seems to be very important, is that look, we often go after the mean, right? The mean,
Right.
or else what is the standard deviation? But especially for understanding externalities and the negative impact of things, we have to be very interested in outliers. And the good thing is with the internet that we have this approach right now that outliers, so even when we do regressions, etc., usually the outliers are replaced, that hey, that's an outlier, let's remove it. But maybe we need to start thinking about outliers differently, and we have to think a little bit like, why is this outlier out there? And especially negative outliers, that and then positive outliers too. But I think this is going to become more important over time, that because we have so much of data, we don't have to just focus on the mean and then five archetypes of different customers and this and that. Maybe we should start to think about the the very extreme kind of situations, not because they are going to tell us anything about how we sell our product, but it will tell us about what are the potential negativities that this product may have. Because, for example, think about the experiences that employees of these big companies are sharing these days about this toxic work culture. Now, one approach is to say, well, we have 1 lakh employees, and of course in 1 lakh employees we will have you know 5% employees who are not going to be happy. But instead of saying things like that, we could just flip the script and say it differently, that why is this one extreme case
Happening.
happening, and why did it happen? What was the system in place that made it not work? And if we delve on that, we are also going to then improve our systems on an average.